This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
Welcome to The Gist. It is Monday, July 13th, 2026. I am John.
And I am Mary. We are your smart friends on the go. Let's jump right in.
Today's Gist View focuses on fast fashion giant Shein. Over the weekend, they received the green light from China's primary financial regulator. They are cleared to list their company on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
They are aiming for a valuation of up to $50 billion. The goal is to raise $3 billion in fresh cash. But Hong Kong was not their first choice. Shein originally wanted to list in New York or London.
United States lawmakers blocked that. They wanted to punish Shein over a lack of transparency in its supply chains. But let's look at the power dynamics here. Who really benefits from this block?
Certainly not United States regulators. And by pushing Shein away, Western lawmakers did not shrink the company's massive consumer base. Western shoppers are still buying the clothes. Instead, the regulators just offshored the financial gains.
Exactly. They handed a blockbuster listing to a rival Asian market. Plus, they moved Shein's corporate governance entirely outside the reach of the SEC. That is the United States federal agency that oversees capital markets and enforces transparency.
So the United States loses oversight and misses out on the capital flow, but Shein still takes a massive hit. Back in 2022, they were valued at $100 billion. Now, they are aiming for half of that.
It is a massive haircut. It proves a vital point. Losing access to deep American cash pools is still a severe financial penalty.
It is a classic trade-off. Western regulators traded financial exclusion for lost governance. Meanwhile, the underlying clothing trade stays exactly the same.
Let's move to the global overview. Oil prices are climbing today. Renewed strikes between the United States and Iran are shaking the commodity markets.
We saw some sanctions ease up recently, but this price spike shows those were just tactical pauses. There is no structural de-escalation happening in the region.
Now, let's look at Indonesia. Anti-corruption prosecutor Febri Adriansyah resigned over the weekend.
The reason is staggering. Police raided his safe. They found 74 kilograms of gold bars. They also found $20 million in mixed cash.
That is heavy, literally and figuratively. It exposes profound rot inside the state's oversight of coal procurement. When the financial watchdog is hoarding the gold, the system is broken.
Let's pivot to technology and culture. An artificial intelligence-generated cover of the song Like a Prayer just topped the radio charts in Australia. It was created by producer Josh Fowers.
That success forced the hand of global music groups. They are now mandating visual labels on tracks. From now on, songs must say artificial intelligence generated or artificial intelligence assisted.
Think of it like a nutrition label for your ears. It forces transparency onto the digital supply chain. Listeners will now know exactly what they are consuming.
In corporate finance, a big shake-up is happening in London. Freshfields is a prestigious multinational law firm. They just cut the equity points for dozens of their partners.
Equity points dictate how much of the firm's profits a partner takes home. Freshfield is intentionally shrinking pay for some to consolidate their capital, then need that money to pay their top performers more. It is a defensive move to stop aggressive United States law firms from poaching their best talent.
Shifting to the European perspective, a major internal fight is brewing over European Union trade policy.
Today, a coalition of countries, including Belgium, the Netherlands and Spain, is pushing the European Commission. They want to restrict trade with illegal Israeli settlements.
The European Union foreign policy chief backs this move, but Commission President Ursula von der Leyen opposes it. Germany and the Czech Republic also oppose it.
trade is one of the few areas where the European Union acts as a single, unified superpower. The bloc negotiates as one giant entity. This push threatens that structure. National capitals are trying to weaponize trade mechanics for domestic political signalling.
If individual countries can dictate trade limits through political pressure, the European Union loses its centralized authority.
However, the International Court of Justice recently ruled these settlements violate international law. That ruling gives these member states a firm legal mandate to push the Commission. They want European Union trade policy to align with international law.
Over to the war in Ukraine. Kyiv is stepping up deep strikes against Russian fuel infrastructure.
They want to severely degrade Russian logistics before winter sets in. It is all about securing a tangible edge on the battlefield.
And it is not just a military strategy. Kyiv and its Western allies want to use this operational squeeze as direct diplomatic leverage against Vladimir Putin.
Finally, a very earthy problem in the Netherlands. The country has a massive surplus of agricultural manure.
Tightening European rules on nitrogen emissions mean farmers can no longer dispose of this waste locally.
But Dutch farmers see an angle. Synthetic fertilizers are highly volatile and expensive right now, so farmers hope to process their organic waste and export it.
It is a brilliant pivot. They are trying to turn a costly regulatory headache into profitable cross-border commodity revenue.
To sum up today's temperature, we are watching global power dynamics adapt in real time. Whether it is United States regulators losing corporate oversight to Asian financial hubs, music labels dragging artificial intelligence into the light, or Dutch farmers turning waste into wealth, resources always find a new path of least resistance.
If you enjoyed our breakdown today, let us be your smart friend every morning. Tap the link in our show notes to subscribe to The Gist's daily newsletter for free. It's the best way to stay sharp on the go. See you tomorrow.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.